Hey, what's up, everybody? Thank you for joining the Run Your Day podcast. My name is Dan Hafner. Today's topic is this: who must you become? Thank you again for joining in part 4 of this 5-part series of Getting What You Want. Sit back, relax, and enjoy today's episode.
Welcome to the Run Your Day podcast, where our goal is to expand your focus and perspective on life. This is your daily dose of motivation, mindfulness, and so much more. And now, here to help you take your day back, your host, Dan Hafner.
Okay, so who must you become? After the last episode that I did yesterday of What is in Your Way, this kind of ties in with that a little bit. It's a little bit of the same conversation, but also different in its own regard. So after we have determined our facts, or your facts, and where you actually are, determining where you want to go and what you want your ultimate goal or your ultimate target to be that you will achieve, and then figuring out what is going to get in the way of you actually achieving that target or goal. The next part is thinking about who you must actually become in order to achieve this target. Now, if you've taken this actually seriously and you have done a lot of the work or all of the work that I have laid out here this week, you should have a target in mind that is going to scare you a little bit. That is going to be audacious. That is going to be kind of scaring you a little bit in the back of your mind. Like, wow, can I really achieve this? Can I really do this? You might be doubting yourself, and that's good. You should be. If you didn't set a goal that large, go back and set another one. Think about how you can 10x that goal. Like, The main thing I've learned in the past 6 months of doing this all the time is that it's so easy to set goals that are achievable to make yourself feel better that you achieve them. But it's better to set your goal too high and not hit it than set it too low and actually hit it. So think about that a little bit. So if you don't have a goal or a target in mind that scares you a little bit, go back and set it a little bit larger. Stretch yourself, or it's not going to work. You're not going to get, when you achieve what you achieve and it's too small of a target, you're not going to be happy. You're not going to be satisfied. You're going to want more. So I'm trying to save you from that pain right now. So this new target that you have in mind, it should push you to become a new version of yourself in order to achieve it. You can't, even Albert Einstein himself said that we cannot solve problems at the same level of thinking that created the problem itself. So you have a problem in your life, you have an issue that you're trying to work through and resolve. You can't fix that problem with the same level of thinking that got you into that situation. You have to think bigger. You have to think outside of the box. You have to remove yourself from that situation, figure out what to do, and then basically insert yourself back into that situation as a completely different person or with a completely different mindset in order to solve it. This is called growth. Really, is really what it is. So think about today who you must become. What skill sets must you learn or develop along this path to get what you actually want to get? If you're, I've used this example of losing weight all week. If you are trying to lose weight, what differences must you make in your life to make you a different person? If you're someone that snacks a lot, that is not healthy, that does not work out regularly, the version of you that is 30 pounds lighter does all those things. They work out regularly. They eat healthy. They don't binge on stupid stuff. The version of you that is healthier and that is able to achieve the things that you want to achieve is not the version of you today. Or else you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be doing this. So that is what I mean when you have to figure out who you want to become. Or who you must become. Who you must become. If the goal that you have in mind does not force you down another path of growth, of forcing yourself to do things differently, then it's not the proper goal. It's not the proper target that you should have in mind, that you should be seeking. It's just something that isn't pushing you outside of your comfort zone, and therefore it's not by definition, it is not a goal or target. It's just something you're trying to do. One of the examples in my life that I've used was to actually train and run a half marathon. Now, I've never run further than a 5K in my life. And I'm just about to the point where I'm able to do that. And this isn't something that's crazy or that no one has ever done. I mean, millions and millions of people have run half marathons in their lives. But for me, looking back 6 months ago, this was an impossible thing for me to be able to do. Like, there's no way I could have just gotten up, walked out the door, and run a half marathon. I could not physically have done it. But through the dedication to that, through the pure just grit and figuring out and making time to get in my runs and put in the work and be healthier, I've gotten to that place where I can do it. And I can probably do it to qualify for a Boston Marathon pace. Like, it is serious freaking work that goes into it that you need to be able to commit yourself to. That's it. That's all it is. Okay? So that is my goal for you today. I'm going to sum up this. It's going to be a little bit shorter of an episode here today, but think about who you have to be. Who do you have to become? What version of you is achieving the goal that you currently have right now? What version of you do you want to be? You want to be the same version of yourself? Okay. I mean, then just don't do anything. But if you want to change, if you want to be better, you want to improve, you have to dig deep inside of yourself and find a version of you that is different, that is just willing to suck it up and willing to push yourself to new levels, or you're not going to go anywhere. So that is my little episode here today for you guys. I really appreciate you listening. I've got some new listeners to the show, so if you haven't heard some of my older episodes, please go back and listen to them. They are pretty good, if I must say so myself. gotta toot my own horn a little bit here. But yeah, again, thank you very much for joining. I really appreciate it. I look forward to finishing this 5-part series with you guys tomorrow. It's going to be a great conclusion to this whole week. It's really even been firing me up. I've been doing this practice right along with you guys. So I'll definitely be sharing my insights from my own podcasts here for the week. So stay tuned for that. It should be a great episode for tomorrow. And as always, just stick with it. Stick with yourself and don't give up on yourself, and you'll be fine. Again, thank you very much for joining, and please follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, the whole 9 yards. And as always, share this show with anyone you think would benefit from it. All right, thank you very much. Have a good rest of your day.
Thank you for listening to the Run Your Day podcast. We hope you enjoyed today's show. If you did, feel free to share today's show with friends and family. Until next time, have a great day.